Welcome back to this cryptocurrency update. Joined by me, Isaac Finance. So today we're going to be going over the levels I'm seeing that are currently alarming my bells. We're going to be going over the macro and sort of giving a macro deep dive into what's actually happening and what to be looking out for next in terms of the levels on the Bitcoin chart. So let's get straight into it. So it's a nice day out here today. I thought I'd cover these charts so we know what's sort of going on and get a good understanding of it all. So what we're seeing here on the Bitcoin price chart is some major resistance coming in at around 117,400 to 118K. The reason this is such a pivotal level is because we've got liquidity above these highs. So you can see that high just around there where my cursor is, into that red box. So that's a major liquidity level. On top of that, you've also got a Fibonacci golden ratio at around 18,500. So major level of resistance there for price action. It would seem a bit weird to just stop price here in my eyes without taking out those highs just above us for a potential local reversal there, as we can see. In terms of support, we're looking down. Major volume level would be support would be down here, and this support down here would be a volume level. So we'll chuck that on, give it a look here, just like this. So you'd be looking at something akin to this. So major support there at 111, and then 113K there for Bitcoin on the chart. Moving to the global liquidity and what the macro side is doing, we're seeing global liquidity starting in, we're very far in the cycle now already, as you can see. We're seeing the rate of change slightly reverse there. Just, it's to be expected with the chop that we're seeing in the price. We're seeing, obviously we know that that's just the asset price inflation and CPI. We're seeing, this is the global liquidity accompanying with Bitcoin. So we're sort of seeing that alligator jaw decoupling there. Usually results in resumption to the upside. MVRV, the ratio is compressing very hard, unlike past cycles, as you can see here. What this is meaning is price is coiling up, or coiling in terms of compressing. So whether that is bullish or bearish is yet to be determined. I would be leaning more bullish at this stage of the cycle, but it doesn't have to do what it's done in previous cycles. As we can see here, it's been a very different cycle. Fear and greed, what are we looking at here? We're seeing some major, I would say, sideways ranging. In fact, it's not necessarily very extreme, but it's very compressed in this tight range. So that sort of goes along the argument of we're compressing. Moving on to the FOMO Finder, we're seeing the same sort of similar story there. Google Trends has painted a very similar picture. I just want to say, like, the reason it's been like this is because this price action and the way that Bitcoin's been trading has been very different, and it's more institutional this cycle. Less retail interest has been in the market. We're seeing that from the Google Trends. We're seeing that from interest on Coinbase, interest in just general retail participants. So this cycle is undoubtedly a very different cycle. And that's completely to be expected with the way it's behaving. So it means that our indicators and the stuff we're looking at, we're gonna have to adjust it in the sense that it's probably not gonna hit the same way we'd expect it to. Finishing off on this, we've got funding rates, which are very neutral right now, I would say. Obviously more leaning bullish. You've got the Bitcoin cycles metric, sort of signifying that we're coming to that point where we're entering a time where we're going to start considering potential tops. Weekly cycle levels, very positive sign here. We're seeing the stochastic crossover, which already has since this is updated. Volume profile since then. So yeah, nothing crazy. I think what happens for price action is we probably will do a bit more ranging, but I'm leaning more bullish, looking at the global liquidity metrics. Just looking at all the other metrics that I'm seeing, to me it's painting a picture that bullish market structure, price wants to go higher, and also the sentiment metrics are also resetting. We're seeing the stochastic reset at these elevated highest levels, and lack of interest in the retail perspective. So it'd be a very wonky / different cycle if we were to top here on the pattern, it's on the way it's done it. So my base expectation would be we're certainly going higher. Can't pinpoint exact levels yet, but we'll take it day by day as we get there. But like, yeah, it is looking good, but there's definitely a big resistance level at about 117 to 118K. Volume level, liquidity level, and a golden pocket known as the Fibonacci retracement level. So that's going to be a bit of a concern to look at for a local level. But in the grand scheme of things, I don't think it's going to be much. So key stuff to look at, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll bring you back to the next crypto update in the next video.